Jordynne Grace takes on Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's title this weekend, and it's NXT Battleground live from UFC Apex. We're talking about it all tonight on In This Very Ring.
Wait! I can't believe it! Yes! Yes! The Rock is going to WrestleMania! Randy in position for another curb stop. Oh, my! Oh, my! Unbelievable counter! Oh, my God! Unbelievable!
God, I love that intro. It's such a good intro. Welcome in, everybody. It is another episode of In This Very Ring. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. My name is Ritz, and joining me as he does each and every Friday night, the mayor of Toasty Town. This is Butters.
Yeah, woo!
Butters is back. He was not feeling well last week. And I think you weren't even on the week before because of Comic Palooza. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so it's been 2 weeks since you've been on. How you feeling, buddy?
I am feeling good, feeling great. A lot better than last week, I'll tell you that much.
This episode of In This Very Ring is brought to you by our friends at Baggio's Bread. Baggio's Bread is located in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, home of the best stuffed breads, tomato pie sandwiches, cutlets, and meatballs. Mention AHUD Radio for 10% off your in-store purchase today. Butters, we've got a lot to talk about when it comes to the world of professional wrestling, and more specifically, NXT Battleground live this Sunday night from the UFC Apex, first time ever in Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's going to be historic from top to bottom.
Is it crazy that I'm actually excited for an NXT?
No, because if you go back in time, right, we were always excited for the takeovers. Mm-hmm. We were always excited for, the events that had, takeovers were the best back in the day. And, as we gear up for, we've gone through the black and gold era. We did the NXT 2.0 where they would do the Great American Bash or the War Games or In Your House from time to time. Whatever they would come up with, those were still good. And NXT events, they hit really, really well. This one, I think, is poised to hit even better because it is like their Night of Champions. It is very much a... Hi, guys, this is what we can do over in our developmental, which is still better than your product, Tony. But I think the highlight of the night for me, and what's probably going to be the biggest talked about thing all weekend long as we gear up for NXT Battleground, is Roxanne Perez is putting her NXT Women's Championship on the line against none other than TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace. This was announced a few weeks ago. We've been talking about it ever since. The wrestling world's been talking about it. There's been so much cross-promoting between WWE and TNA over the last few weeks. And so it raises the question, Roxanne Perez will retain over Jordynne Grace at NXT Battleground. Agree or disagree? Butters, first of all, where's your headset?
I never had a headset. It's always been my mic.
Has it really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was a headset.
My mic might not be attached. I don't know. I have it attached, so.
No, I'm just thinking like I hear little bits in the background, but no worries. Raise your camera just a little bit.
Just a wee bit?
Just a bit outside. All right, right there.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So, agree or disagree? What do you got?
I'm going to agree, but, well, yes, she will retain. I will agree to that. She will retain. But Jordynne Grace will be the one that wins the match because ultimately it'll just be some hinky-pinky, disqualification or something on Roxanne's side. Jordynne Grace is ultimately winning their match, but Roxanne's going to retain because, again, we're going to get some short schmaz ending to it.
So you think it's almost like a non-finish?
Yes.
Okay.
She's going to retain. So, again, I agree to the poll, but she's going to Jordynne Grace is ultimately winning this match.
Well, and you weren't here. I think it was last week when we were talking about it. Pete and I were, and it was because the week before it was me and Chrome.
Yeah.
So if you go and you look at Jordynne's schedule, she's got Bound for Glory next week. Like, so Sunday is Battleground. Tuesday would be NXT. Win, lose, or draw, she's going to be there. Thursday is Impact. Friday, so a week from tonight, is Bound for Glory, and she has an open challenge set up for the TNA Knockouts Women's Champion.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean,
I actually went through this whole thing last week where she wins the NXT Championship. She goes to NXT on Tuesday, has a little promo, whatever, cool, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The Impact the TNA on Thursday with the NXT Women's Championship, runs her mouth, does whatever she does. On Friday, who walks out? Bow down to the Queen.
I could dig it.
It would be like one of the best things to do in the sense of bringing an NXT veteran, from the old era that was actually a champion. No disrespect to Natalya, but she did not beat Charlotte for that title.
Yeah,
when Charlotte won, so bring Charlotte back to bring the title home.
Yeah,
right. But the twist there is Charlotte wins the TNA Knockouts Championship.
Yeah,
and walks around WWE TV with the Knockouts title, while Jordynne's walking around on Impact with the NXT title, and just the great back and forth that you would see from that. So I'm going to go with Jordynne winning here.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can't bring somebody like Jordynne Grace into your promotion and have the publicity towards this match that you're having. Have the fact that somebody like Jordynne Grace is being talked about on 2 different programs, 2 different companies at such a high level. And we've talked about how Jordynne, for all intents and purposes, that is TNA.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That is the face of Impact. That is the face of the Knockouts division of, and borderline, dare I say, no disrespect to Moose, but the men's division as well.
Yeah.
I think this match headlines on Sunday.
Oh, guaranteed. Guaranteed headlines.
I think they're silly if it doesn't.
You're probably going to open up with the ladder match and then finish with this match.
Right. We're gonna break down the rest of the card as we go through the show. Right. But I wanna dive into your non-finish here. Because it's a very interesting take because we haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah.
Right. So walk me through what you're thinking. Walk me through the match. And it's the match has been going on 15 minutes or so. Right. How does this look?
It's probably, in my mind, it's the one way to make Jordynne Grace still look strong, but keep the NXT Women's Championship on NXT and not have it taken to TNA. But, you're about 15, 20 minutes into this match. You're going to have Roxanne do something. She's either going to grab this title and whack Jordynne with it, grab a chair. We're not going to get interference from somebody else because nobody else was even hinted at being brought into this match. It's going to be Roxanne, just for all intents and purposes, getting disqualified. Some way, shape, or form, whether it be, to my point, to what I just said, steel chair, championship. You're going to do something, but you're still going to make Jordynne Grace look strong in this match. You're going to make her come out the victor on top, just like Tuesday's match. Victor out on top. You're still looking at, making the TNA's, their champion look strong. Unlike AEW making TNA's champions look weak in their, run with TNA and AEW. WWE is actually doing this right.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing them in, and we're still going to keep these guys looking strong. We're not going to take everything and then just toss it all back when we're done because, we're done with that play thing.
Right.
this is WWE looking to open the door to work with companies in a way that AEW wouldn't or didn't
or can't.
exactly. Because
so who comes out though? I guess is my question, right?
What do you mean?
Let's assume for a second that it's not.
Are you talking about like who would come in and ruin the match?
Yeah, let's say someone does. Who do you have come in and ruin the match?
I don't know because I haven't exactly fully kept up with NXT to who would be, someone to either ruin. You would have to have almost somebody from TNA ruin it.
Okay, who do you have over there?
Oh boy, who did she face this week? I mean, I don't think I'm not sure. Dear Lord, I'm just trying to think who you got in.
You know what would be fantastic, and I don't know if she's active. I'll have to go back and take a look, and I'm going to do it right now, actually. If Roxanne goes for some kind of schmozzy finish,
Mm-hmm.
and who owns? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out who owns this right now. Mickey James is in OVW right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's the creative director, head of female talent, and executive producer of the wrestling shows. If there was a way for them to figure out how to do it, I would love to see Mickey James show up. Just Mickey James show up and ruin everything for everybody.
I mean, I can see it. It's Mickey. I mean, she was the first one from Impact to come in, when she came in the Rumble, and now you have Jordynne Grace.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Go to women's division. I mean, when you look at, you have Ash by Elegance, so you have Dana Brooke. She just made her return recently, and she was sitting ringside during the match. You have Rosemary that could show up. Zaya Brookside. Zaya has NXT experience, so there's that little bit of that. Giselle Shaw. She could do it. Alicia Edwards. She's a Knockouts tag team champion, alongside Masha Slamovich, Savannah Evans, Steph DeLander. That would be a huge one.
Yeah, you could put Steph in there.
Yeah, you could. I think that this has the potential to go really, really well. And I think it has the potential for them to elevate Jordynne Grace and elevate Impact without them really having to do much. So you put the title on her. Okay. I can't get behind. Maybe that's why we're struggling a little bit with it. I can't get behind this non-finish ending. Even if Roxanne does try to attack, right? I could see you can almost have Ava come out and be like, "Nah, bitch, restart this.
We want this looking strong for both."
Yeah, like
no, I get
Ava
you.
Ava coming out and doing something with it.
Which, by the way, she's been doing a damn good job as the general manager of NXT.
Fantastic. It suits her well, right? But I think that might be the route you go, right? Unless you have somebody like Kylan King, who we've interviewed on this program multiple times. She's out with a knee injury, but if she makes her return, what a coup that would be.
Yep.
Right? If you wanted to go that route. If you wanted to go with the NXT women's division, I mean, look. You look no further than the NXT North American Championship match, the women's North American Championship match. You've got Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, Jada Parker, Michin, Kalani Jordan, Shayna Baszler, Lola Vice, right? You look at, people over there on that NXT brand. Let me see. Where's their roster? I want to see other. I know there's more talent.
What, for NXT?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is.
Why won't it show me the list of talent?
Let's see. Current roster. You've got, let's see, you can go with like Ariana Grace, Jada Parker. Let's see, Tatum Paxley, Gigi, JC Jane.
Thea Hall, Hale.
Yeah, Thea Hill. She'd be a good one. You know, Nikita Lyons, if she can ever come back from injury.
And don't even keep getting started on her. So frustrating.
I know.
Cora, if she's back, I
Yes.
think Cora would be a great one.
Another injury prone one.
Wendy Chu, we saw what they're building up with Wendy.
Oh,
Ben Sinclair, Maddie Rinkowski, who we've also interviewed here a few times.
I mean, she's coming back next week, so it could make sense if Wendy Chu came out there and attacked.
Yep, do that a little early. I mean, you've got names on both sides that could come out and interfere. I don't see it ending with the interference. I don't see it ending with Roxanne kind of schmozzing it all.
Mm-hmm.
I do have Jordynne Grace winning the title.
I mean, I would like to see it happen, but I feel like Roxanne's retaining it.
All right, we'll agree to disagree. Conveniently, that's the name of the company we work for here. Let's transition, and before we're gonna kind of call an audible on the fly here. Before we get into NXT Battleground. No, we'll do that first. We'll do Battleground first. We'll do Battleground.
Oh, you're not gonna do the audible?
No, we'll do it. We'll do it at the end because I want to talk about this Trick Williams Ethan Page match. We're gonna go straight. We're gonna go straight to the NXT Championship when we talk about these preview and predictions. I want to know how you feel about this match, and because I know how I feel. And I've talked about it last week a little bit. We touched on it just a little bit with Peace. And how do you feel about Trick Williams, Ethan Page? Ethan Page showing up 2 weeks ago, shocking, quote unquote, shocking the world. Last week, this week signing a contract, whatever the hell. What are your thoughts on Ethan Page immediately getting a shot at Trick Williams' NXT title?
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, he did attack Trick. Come on now. You know, we all know that, you attack the champion, you're probably going to, have a match with a champion. It's probably going to be a title match. Why not? But it's Ethan Page. If anybody deserves it, it's him. I mean, in my eyes, AEW dropped the ball on this one. He was great talent. Never should have let him go. Never should have lost him. Underutilized. And he's gonna show his worth Sunday night at Battleground when he takes it.
So wait a minute. Wait. You have him winning?
Why not?
Why the fuck do you have him winning?
Shock the world.
No, God, are you dumb? No.
Yes.
No. Because no. Oh, all right. Here's my problem with it. Ethan Page did absolutely nothing in AEW. He left no lasting impact on anybody. Right? I mean, he was a part of American Top Team Men of the Year, only because I'm looking it up. Pete says, I think the match doesn't have a clean finish. Are you referring to the NXT title match or the women's match? Probably the NXT title match. So you just made that comment. Which I hope it doesn't have a clean finish. I really hope it doesn't, because I don't want to see if Ethan Page wins, fine, but I don't need him winning and taking the title. But I'm gonna get into this. So, like, let's go through Ethan Page's AEW career. Let's do this together.
Okay.
Okay. So on March 7th, 2021 at Revolution, this Putz makes his debut as the mystery entrant in the Face of the Revolution ladder match. And loses. Then on March 29th, he forms an alliance with Scorpio Sky. They start feuding with Darby Allin and Sting. But they were defeated at Double or Nothing. So far, this guy has done what? Nothing. On June 18th, they're now being called Men of the Year, and they beat Darby Allin in a 2-on-1 match. Wow. You beat a psychopath with a buddy of yours. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On July 14th, he loses in a coffin match. So, what have you done so far? Nothing. And you've been with the company for 4 months. They would then align themselves with Dan Lambert and become part of American Top Team. They continued until September 15th, where Inner Circle interrupted Lambert, and a match between Men of the Year and Jericho and Hager was set for September 29th, where they won. Big deal. You beat 2 washed-up has-beens. Good for you, buddy. Their feud with the Inner Circle would continue, and on October 27th, Page would challenge Sammy Guevara for the AEW TNT Championship. So, 7 months into your time at AEW, you're challenging for a mid-card title, where you did what? You lost. You did nothing. At full gear, they would team up with the rest of American Top Team, face the Inner Circle in a Minneapolis street fight, where they did what? Wait for it. Survey says nothing. And that's 2021. So your 2021 is garbage. The dumpster fire. You've lost everything you've done. Sweet. So now it's 2022. And Page is recruited by Stokely Hathaway, along with Lee Moriarty, Colton Gunn, Austin Gunn, and W. Morrissey, the Firm, or whatever the hell they were calling themselves. They were MJF's retainer team. That would happen on September 14th. So you did diddly squat from October to September. You were nothing. On October 14th, he would defeat Isaiah Cassidy, which caused Matt Hardy and Private Party to have joined the Firm. Over the next week, Hardy was banned from using the Hardy theme in the Twist of Fate. Page, Hardy, and Cassidy were unsuccessful at winning the World Trios title, shocking, from the Elite on February 3rd. He would challenge Hook for the FTW title, where he would do what? Lose. Why? Because he's nothing. At Double or Nothing of 2023, on the buy-in, so you're not even on the main card of Double or Nothing. The Hardys, Cassidy, and Hook would beat you guys, would beat Ethan Page and the Firm, which means Matt Hardy took ownership of Ethan Page's contract. On June 30th, Page jumped into the ring to prevent QT Marshall and Johnny TV from doing any more damage to Matt Hardy. Page clocked QT, but then Johnny TV knocked Page off his feet with a thrust kick. Page turned face in the process. On July 1st, Collision, Page would confront MJF by slapping the mic out of his hand until MJF agreed to put the title on the line, which resulted in what? An unsuccessful winning attempt at the AEW title. You lost. You're nothing. Okay? So, from 2021 to 2023, you did nothing. Then you go back to ROH. So you went from the main card to the show that we can't figure out what we're doing with. And on September 14th, you would defeat Griff Garrison. I don't know who that is. And then you were
You don't know who
scouted.
Griff Garrison is?
No.
That's O. Pillman Jr.'s former tag partner.
Who?
Pillman Jr.'s former tag partner.
Oh, Pillman Jr. Yeah, don't care about him. He would be scouted by Smart Mark. Come on, go on. But he would turn down the invitation. Then he would win 5 matches in a row. Woo-hoo! 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 Watch out, Undertaker. His next match was against Tony Nese, which he lost due to Sterling's interference. On the rematch, Sterling was ejected from ringside. Page won the match. For the rubber match, Sterling demanded he be allowed at ringside, and management agreed on the condition that Sterling would be handcuffed to the post. The official contract signing took place on the December 7th episode of ROH, where Sterling told Page that the match would be an I Quit match. Page and Nese then signed the contract. Sterling threw powder in Page's eyes, with Nese tossing Page to the table. This match would happen at Final Battle. Page would defeat Nese with their help of returning Scorpio Sky. Page was then defeated by Kenny Omega on December 5th. Shock. His last appearance would be on, that would be his last appearance on December 5th. By May 2nd of 24, he would be removed from both AEW and ROH. So he's done nothing since December. Are you picking up a theme here? The guy has done nothing. I don't care if you want to get on the bandwagon of mine where I say that AEW is a dumpster fire of promotion, and AEW doesn't. My GSM could put on a better show than anything that Tony Khan could do, and my GSM has maybe watched 15 minutes of professional wrestling his entire life. Okay? But hey, you're going to show up on NXT, attack the champion. You were the one behind the attacks of Noam Dar and Oro Mensah of a group that nobody really cares about. It's the comedy group, Big Wolf. But then the following week, you get a match for the NXT Championship. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Sure. No. Absolutely not. Because if you're going to take Trick Williams, who arguably had the most exciting championship win of the last 5 years, they shook the building. Do you understand me? The building shook.
No, I get that.
It rattled, man.
I can do that too, man.
But I'm making a point here.
I know.
Right? And you and your infinite wisdom of whatever this world is, the Twilight Zone I think we're in, you think that they're gonna sacrifice Trick Williams so that this jabroni, just because he came from another company, can win their title.
Sure.
God, are you stupid?
Never said I wasn't.
What? Like no, seriously. Defend your point here. If you think that he's gonna win, if you think that Ethan Page, Ethan Ego, whatever the bloody fuck we're calling this moron, if you think he's gonna win, give me something other than AEW underutilized. Explain to me what Trick Williams has done to say, hey, you know what? It's time to end Trick's run as champion. Give me that answer.
You don't have to. It's not that what he's done. I mean, it'd be a good back and forth between these two.
Back and forth of what? Playing hot potato with the championship?
I wouldn't call it hot potato. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I was throwing a guess out there. I mean, I figured Ethan Page would be a good one to win the title. You know, you come back, he has taken out whatever the hell they want to call themselves.
First of all, you don't come back, you show up.
Sorry, he showed up out of nowhere to take down Noam Dar and whatever that little group calls themselves.
And no, but that's my point, right? That right there, that line that you just said right there. That's where I have the biggest struggle, because you don't even care if they're called Metaphor.
Yeah.
You can't even tell me the other putz' name. I can't even tell you without reading it. Right? So
I just know Lash Legend and Noam Dar.
Yeah, but my point being, you came back and for all intents and purposes, you beat up the Jobber Squad.
Yeah.
These guys were hosts of Stand and Deliver. That's who you beat up. You beat up the guys that didn't even wrestle 2 months ago. Trick Williams' run is barely 2 months old.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, let me see here.
Yeah, it was what, WrestleMania, wasn't it?
No. It'd be week 1 of Spring Breakin'.
Oh.
So not that long ago. April 23rd. So we're a month and a half in. Hey, Don, what's going on, buddy?
Don.
But you're a month and a half into his run. And this is what you're going to do. You've got a somewhat interesting storyline going on with Lash, right? You know, because he is in a relationship with her outside of the ring.
Yeah.
Right?
So you're trying to put them in this secretive relationship in the ring.
Which is, you can see that the chemistry is there, and that's cool. Awesome.
Because she's been trying to say, hey, I know he didn't attack y'all because I can't say, but, or, you know, that's how she's putting it is, I can't say, but I know for sure he didn't attack you.
They were making whoopee. Bonus points to anybody that can name the show. Name that TV show or that game show.
Oh, Lord have mercy. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't even remember anymore.
Newlywed Game.
Huh?
It was the Newlywed Game.
Oh.
Bob Eubanks? I think it was that guy's name. Right? But
I think so, yeah.
But my point here is you have arguably somebody who is over like Rover.
Yes.
And you're going to have him lose in what might be his first real title defense to somebody who hasn't done anything in the last 7 months. And really, if you want to talk about the last 5 years, he's done nothing.
No, I get you. I get your point.
That's the biggest struggle I have. That's where you take me out of it for a moment. Right? And while there's a part of me that wants to be excited for the match because I think it'll be a good match.
Well, I have no doubt it'll be a good match.
It's a hard pill to swallow because we know that there's absolutely no reason for Trick to lose this match.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the women are going on last.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%.
That's where it's so frustrating to me that
because the show's better off going off the air with the women's match than it would be the men's match.
and you mean to tell me of your entire roster of guys over there, Andre Chase, Axiom, Brooks Jensen, Stax, Dempsey, Dante Chen, Duke Hudson, right? This new Javon Evans dude, Joe Coffey, Joe Gacy, Josh Briggs, Lexus King, Mark Coffey, Nathan Frazier. Granted, yes, he's a tag team champion. Ova Femi. Yeah, I get it. He's the NXT North American champion. Ridge Holland, Sean Spears, right? Tony D'Angelo, Wes Lee, Wolfgang. You have a cornucopia of talent that you could have put into this position. And you didn't.
You threw down on Ethan Page.
You did great with Jordynne Grace. But then this fell flat. Fell very flat.
I mean, Sean Spears probably got more of a pop than Ethan Page did.
Because people like Sean Spears. Because Sean Spears, at one point in his life, was over. Sean Spears, at one point in his life, mattered. This jabroni is about as relevant as the Shockmaster. And he's probably going to be as rememberable as Mordecai.
Oh, ouch!
Yep.
No Kevin Thorne either.
This Spirit Squad reject.
Hey, yo! Spirit Squad was at least a lot better than him.
What?
I like the Spirit Squad. They were pretty cool.
Of course you did. Oh my God.
As much as I hated them back in the day, I mean, they had some really good matches with DX.
Do we watch wrestling, the same wrestling? Like, do you and I watch the same thing week in and week out? Do we interpret it the same? I mean, my God, this has been such a week. I had a conversation with Jack on Wednesday night. We were catching up. We were having some drinks, and a friend of his walked over, and he's a wrestling fan. And we started talking wrestling, and at first I'm like, wow, this guy's got a pretty decent grip on reality and what the world of professional wrestling is. And then, my God, how quickly I realized I was wrong. He couldn't differentiate between sports entertainment and professional wrestling.
Oh, Lord.
And he would contradict himself. And so we finally figured out, I finally asked him, I was like, what do you watch wrestling for? Well, you know, the stories are really good. And, you know, if the story is really good, then I'm going to watch the match, which means I'm going to get good wrestling. So you're in it for the entertainment. No, I'm in it for the pro wrestling. What?
Woo!
So then you're going to watch every AEW match because it's a lot of good wrestling. Oh, no, not at all. I barely watch AEW. Their stories aren't good. What? Huh?
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
And it was in that moment where I was like, wow, you know what? This is what it's like talking to butter sometimes.
You know you love me.
From a distance. That's why you're home and I'm here.
Wow.
I kid.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go to the next match in Battleground. which I think is going to be an easy call for both of us. Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus the OCs, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Retain.
Think so?
I think so. I think it just gives, Gallows and Anderson something to do until, this AJ Styles thing kicks off a little more. I mean, it's already kicked off hardcore after tonight, but they just did. I felt like they didn't have anything for him, so they threw him in NXT for a hot minute, and now that AJ's, gotten everything really hot again, I guess,
Do you think they're going to put him back with AJ?
Well, yeah, they had him back with him tonight.
Yeah.
They were all back together, all hunky-dory tonight, even last week when he came out for, his Mark Henry speech.
That was so dumb. I've never been more annoyed in my life with a promo of AJ's.
So
I would like to see the OC win just to say they won.
True.
Right.
It'd be a good little, add another time.
You want to talk about people not doing anything? These two nerds haven't done anything.
Oh yeah, they've just been behind AJ the whole time. Yeah, I know, phrasing.
Yep. So I would like to see the OC win, but I don't. This is one of those matches where I'm gonna have people over Sunday because we're doing. I didn't realize that it was on Sunday. I thought it was on Saturday.
I did too.
So I have plans Sunday night for people to come over and we're gonna do a bonfire and all this. So it's I'm gonna have it on the TV in the living room, but I don't know if I'm gonna actually actively watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
This is a match I will happily go sit outside by the fire for.
Damn.
Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice. I'm a Lola fan in this.
Yes, I agree. I
what
think
was it weeks ago? She kicked the taste out of Shayna's mouth and made her go sleepy time.
I think Lola wins this. I think Shayna takes her to the limit, but I think Lola ultimately wins this to show who she truly is.
What would make me just dumb happy is if the match starts and Lola kicks her and Shayna takes a nap for 5 minutes.
Bye-bye.
99.
Because this is taking place in the underground, right? Or is it just a regular match?
Yeah, it's an underground match.
Okay. I know they were WWE was trying to do the whole octagon thing, or, with UFC, but I think that from my understanding, the logistics weren't there, at least for Battleground.
I think the underground match ends up in the octagon.
It'd be nice.
Be a way to do it. Essentially what they do, right? They fight.
Yeah. Just without an octagon.
Obafemi, Wesley, Joe Coffey for the NXT North American Championship.
I feel like Oba's going to retain this because he's doing really good with this title right now.
I like the title. I don't know if I'm a big fan of his overall character, but I like him in the ring very, very much.
I get people would like to see Wesley get it back after the injury, but at the same time, Obafemi's run with this is going really strong right now.
Yeah.
So I would have to say Obafemi retains this. There's no way you're letting one of the Gallus members take this one. Sorry, Charlie.
No, unless they were in a match. If the other Gallus members were in a match for in the tag title match, then maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
If Ivar
already had gold, huh?
Said if Ivar was still in this match, I'd almost go Ivar.
Yeah.
He's been going really strong, but because of his injury, I think Oba retains this one.
So let's get into what I think is going to be a contender for match of the night. The ladder match for the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship. Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, Jada Parker, Michin, Kalani Jordan. Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you want to win?
Who do I think's gonna win? Lash Legend. Who do I want to win? Sol Ruka. I'm behind Sol Ruka 100% all day, every day.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Great in the ring, freaking amazing finisher. I would like to see Sol Ruka take it, but at the end of the day, I have this feeling that they're gonna push Lash Legend with this title.
Because of the Trick Williams side?
Potentially, yes.
See, I think Michin takes this title.
Okay.
I don't hate the Lash Legend thing. Like if you like I want to see Lash. No, I'm sorry. I want to see Michin win it because I like what she's done. But there's no real bad pick here because even Fallon.
Did you see Michin's segment tonight?
No.
So you got Tiffany Stratton backstage with Nia Jax talking over, the princess and the queen thing. She walks off. All of a sudden, Michin's face to face with Nia. Michin tosses the soda in Nia's face, right?
Oh yeah, doesn't she like bust her ass?
Yeah, because there's soda all over the concrete floor. So God bless Nia's soul. She's trying to do this thing to whoop Michin's ass, but the soda and the floor just don't. Michin was right to get the hell out of the way behind the table, like, slip and slide, baby, slip and slide.
Yeah. That's a whole other problem. Nia Jax is a whole other problem. But
hey, it wasn't her fault tonight.
even Jada Parker had a good segment on, and like when they did that little sit down on NXT, she had a good little bit in there. So I don't think there's a bad choice here, but I think if you want somebody to legitimize the title, and I think if you want somebody that people are going to take seriously and people are going to be happy for, I think you go Michin here.
Okay.
I think she's definitely earned that opportunity with everything she's put up with and done, and the injuries left and right that she's had. I think it's the right time for her.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be a hell of a match.
Oh,
that I'm looking like. I'm hoping that opens tonight because I will still be inside. Like I'm cooking, and so we're planning.
I feel like you're gonna open with this. You're gonna open with the women's match and finish with the women's match.
Right. So as I was saying,
sorry.
Right. I really want this to open because I think it's a great way to start the show. I think it's a great way. Whether the women's match ends it, I think this is exactly what you want. This is what people are one of the matches that people are coming to see. Plus, I'm going to be inside still because we're going to be just eating. So I would love to just be able to watch it. Selfishly, that's why, right? But it's a great way to start the night.
Okay.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I want to get your thoughts on we didn't talk about it really a whole lot last week. The AJ Styles promo from last week. The Mark Henry-esque style retirement. What did you think of it, Butters?
I saw it coming a mile away what they were doing. If that sounds, bad at all. I knew it was going to be the moment he walked in the ring. I knew it was going to be the moment Cody come out there and AJ had his arms wide open just like Mark. I said, it could be a great promo if they weren't going to go the Mark Henry retirement thing.
It never should have happened. The Mark Henry retirement thing was good because it was believable, right? At that time, you could have believed that Mark was retiring. He'd been in the business for a very long time, right? And they really hadn't done much with it.
Yeah.
With AJ, my problem with heel AJ is you cannot take him seriously at any point throughout the matches, throughout the promos, right? You can't take him seriously. And it makes it really hard to believe something like that. And I think that it was poor timing. I think you diminished the Mark Henry one because, like I said, it was special for that time. I was not a fan of it at all.
No, I agree with you. I wasn't the biggest fan, like I said, because you saw it coming a mile away as to what the promo was going to be, and you even put him in pretty much the same suit, just a different damn color.
The biggest problem on there.
Which, now it's like, I'm glad they've got the TNA door open because maybe AJ can go in and, challenge like Moose or somebody just because.
I would love, and I think I was talking about it Wednesday night when I was talking with Jax. I would love to see AJ go back and rally this TNA squad that they have over there and get them ready for Survivor Series.
Ooh, I like you.
And lead the charge on a potential invasion angle. Right? It's invasion. It's invasion without it being invasion.
Yes.
And it's doing it the right way, where you're not watching Raw every week waiting to see somebody invade, or SmackDown every week waiting to see somebody invade. I now have to pay attention to Impact.
Yep.
To see if somebody's going to show up over there and whoop someone else's ass.
Ooh, I kind of like that. Even though I know that's months down the line, but that is a really good.
And then I want to get your thoughts on the Bloodline segment from this evening, where Paul Heyman says that until Roman Reigns comes back, Solo Sikoa sits at the head of the table.
Mm-hmm.
And then he called Tama Tonga the right hand.
Interesting.
I think you're trying to do too much with the Bloodline in Roman's absence, rather than you're trying to forward a story with someone who it's really hard to take in. You're
creating this new bloodline so that when Roman comes back, they're just going to ditch Roman because he lost and he's been gone the entire time.
But you're not doing that with any context, right? You're not making a new bloodline with any context, right?
Right.
It feels like a coup on Solo.
And that very well, what it could very well be is they are setting up a coup so that when Roman comes back, all Solo's got to do is give the good old thumbs down and blam, there goes Roman Reigns.
I wish we would have saw a little, obviously we saw a little bit at, I think Solo hit Roman at one point at WrestleMania, or Roman hit Solo. I think Roman speared Solo. I wish we would have saw a little bit of dissension there to help legitimize this a little bit more. Right? Because Solo's always been at Roman's side. Now all of a sudden he's trying to be Roman. Come on, guy. But do you have anything else for me?
Did you want to talk about the other thing you asked about earlier tonight?
No, I don't.
Or earlier today?
No, I don't care.
Okay. Other than that,
I thought I did, and I don't.
Okay.
So, all right, guys, that is it for us tonight. We will be back next week. Hopefully, all three of us will be back. You never know anymore with us, but we'll be here same bat time, same bat channel. We want to thank all our sponsors, and we will see you guys next week. Until then, tell somebody you love them. Peace, love, and joy. We are out of here.